was like, tell me this guy marries this girl.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
That
we can
was
retire
really
now.
cool.
We can retire now. That was some great storytelling, too. Today's episode of KFC Radio is brought to you by Mango SHOTTA. We got the Mango SHOTTA right here. It is best served chilled with a tajin rim. It is a mango jalapeno infused tequila. So you chill this bad boy, you pour it out, you get your rim all nice and spicy and tasty. That's the best way. Second best way, make yourself just a nice spicy margarita. And I think the third best way is just rip shots.
Yeah.
Just
I thought that was one.
The
right?
first best way,
right?
yeah.
Like, just go. It's tequila. So you can do it in any which way, but tequila, to me, is tequila shots. And with the perfect blend of sweet and spicy, it's not like, usually when you're doing a tequila shot, you got to like gear up for it and get ready. And there are people who have the lime and the chill and the salt. You don't need any of that because the flavor is built right into it with Mango SHOTTA. So stay spicy with Mango SHOTTA. Jackie spills more than any person in the world. What do you think that is? I mean, you spill all the time.
I don't know.
I would say you spill like 3 times more than the average human.
I've explained.
Oh, that's low.
You think? Yeah, okay.
I think it's like 10x.
10x. And then you just said a second ago, so I'm not going to anymore. Going to what?
Because,
like drink
because
things?
this is like the ATI question. It's like if you were to have like one statistic, I would want to know how much time I spent cleaning up like messes. Not even in like a metaphorical, like, I make something like.
No, like how many messes you've made.
Yeah,
and when you have a drink, you're just like.
Yeah. I've said this before. So whenever I have a car, it's always like the right side is like scraped up like crazy. Like I think I have some kind of depth perception in terms of.
So when you crash, it's always on the right side.
Who uses the word always when describing destruction of their car?
Yeah, I mean,
like you have like sort of destruction. I have it always.
I was
mean,
picturing like the right cup holder had junk in it.
Yeah, no.
No, like the
I think the whole
just
side scraped.
Yeah, there's like no paint on the right side ever. Always.
What are we talking? Like you hit like.
Just like
telephone poles and
garages,
shit,
like I can't
walls.
make it walls, trees,
many car accidents
still
have you been in?
objects. How many car accidents? Yeah. Like
counting those things as accidents.
That's like objective, technically. Like, what is a car?
How many
accident?
How many times would your insurance company be like, "Yeah, that's something"?
They wouldn't like. I'd probably 3.
3?
Oh, okay.
But yeah. But
like 3,
like hitting, like
I mean, I've like bumped into like 1,000 things over the course of my.
I guess like I've hit 2 pedestrians, and that's not included in the 3.
So we're up to 5 at least.
Shut the fuck.
How fast were you
I've
going
told
when you hit
about
like a
this.
person?
No, like really slow. Again, it was probably like a hard tap, I would say.
Okay.
I wouldn't really hit them, but like I definitely jolted him. He was an old man too, and then the other one was my friend. That one doesn't count.
I used to hit my friends on purpose.
Yeah. This one was an
Like
accident.
when they were in their cars though.
Did they dent the car?
Once I think.
People
but
don't realize
usually-
that bumpers are made for bumping.
Yeah,
Like,
if I was,
if
we're, you're following your friend somewhere, you're both at a red light, I'd hit them.
That's a class.
Yeah.
Do we potentially think that Pavs is the dumbest person on the planet Earth?
Okay.
Is there a chance?
You
believed it too?
agree with
you guys
that.
are so dumb.
Is she that small because the jumping has stunted her growth so much, or do you think she was always going to be that small? Because she's landed pretty hard.
There's no way.
I always thought that was a thing.
Wait, I don't even like see where the
So-
dumb part is.
I remember hearing it and going, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I was waiting for you to be like,
But-
what? So to be clear, you guys think that the
Look at that right there. Under training, female gymnasts often start training at a young age during their adolescent growth spurt, which may lead to shorter.
yes. That I said that's not what we're talking about though, right? You were like, she's so short from the jumping.
Well,
Yeah,
the
because of
growth
how
plates.
hard you're hitting the ground every time. It's
Yeah,
it's
that's
basically
what I think is not
like
true.
your bones are going back up in your body.
That's the dumb part. That's the dumb part. When you like,
Wait, see, that's where I feel like he's saying sound logic. Like,
yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. when you like, I think early training can affect your like puberty and growth and all that shit. I do not think jumping a lot causes you to be short.
Well, she's not. I mean, she's not getting shorter, but she's short because she jumped so much as a kid.
Yeah, when you hammer in a nail,
I don't think that's true at all.
When you hammer in a nail, even if you do it really, really lightly, over years, that nail's going to be
Whoa,
fully
that was smart.
Hang
That
on
was
a
smart.
second here.
He even sparks himself with that.
I'm on Team Pavs.
When you're hammering and okay, so you're saying the nail is getting shorter?
Well, the
Even though it's just going into the wood, the nail is not getting smaller.
Okay, back on Kevin's side.
Okay, that was the best one.
Oh my god! I think that there are a lot of kids. You know, of course, gymnasts jump way more. But I don't think there's any worry about growing to the right height because you jump too much. I don't think there's any sort of battle with gravity that's going on where you're hitting the ground too many times and your bones are smushed together so you're shorter.
Dude, I'm looking back at my childhood and thinking all the times I used to like jump off the garage and
Yeah,
jump out of my
like, what,
treehouse.
we were all losing a couple
I should've been
inches?
8 feet tall. God damn it, dude.
Actually, I think there is. It used to just be kind of like believed like gymnastics makes you short, and now I think that it's not. That's like even the stuff we thought was true is not really. Which I don't know if I believe that because all of these girls are really really tiny.
Yeah.
Maybe I mean it could be chicken or the egg. Maybe it's just like that's why.
I was
they're
gonna say,
gymnasts,
but like
but-
all the basketball players are tall. Like that's the body
Yeah.
shape that's good at the sport.
Yeah, I do think there's something to do with puberty and muscles and weight training and you know all that shit.
How
But
tall
it
is
ain't
Shay?
from jumping.
How tall is Shay?
How tall is Shay right now?
Yeah.
Like 4 feet tall.
Has she grown?
Since
Recently?
you started jumping, I told her, you better stop jumping. You better start jumping. You're gonna be a freak. You're gonna be huge. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, Shay does the normal amount of kid jumping, as does Keegan. They still seem to be growing. That nail thing was something.
Yeah, no, I'm still
Are you
like,
telling me that if I wasn't in the room,
Yeah.
you guys would have just been like, yeah, the nails been getting shorter?
I'm still like I don't know.
Like Simone Biles is going into the ground.
Yeah, Simone's
she's not
hip
getting
bone
shorter.
is in her
She's
sternum.
We're just compressing her from all of her jumps.
Or I feel like it's kind of like the way
They-
that like twisties is just a bad word for twisties.
Yeah.
It's like jumping a lot sounds just like a bad diagnosis for being short. But I'm sure there's like if Pavs were to be like it's the nail theory where you know the bones collide into each other.
I can't wait for like a doctor to call in next episode and be like, you guys are so dumb. So good. I mean that's up there. I'm stunned this was not a let's all make fun of Pavs relentlessly. I can't believe that I think I'm outnumbered here. And I think that is a staggering reflection of this podcast. And I have realized I surround myself with nothing but idiots.
Like I'm hearing it, and I again when he said it, I was like, I don't know. And
I'm disappointed in you because I really thought it was going to be like, and you were like, wait, man.
the science is still unclear on it. We got the nail situation, yeah, that's a good point, and we got the history of human bodies, and that's raising a good point too.
I mean, as you get older, you shrink. I think your bones, like gravity does. That's why like old people do kind of get a little shorter.
Yeah,
You know, there is something to be said for some
when
gravity.
they're walking around so much.
Yeah.
She's just
Wear and
accelerating
tear.
it.
But yeah, you guys are just like every time you jump, you're just like an old person. You're just fighting gravity and losing the battle more than us.
that vertebrae come.
Every time it smushes. You know what? There probably is something where you can lose like like a half an inch over the But Simone Biles is 4'8".
Yeah, well, it's like
I
when
don't think you
astronauts
lose like 2 feet.
It's like when astronauts go to space and they come back taller.
Oh, yeah, because that's like 5 days.
You know what I've been doing? I've been doing.
Compare comparable things.
Well, it's because the lack of gravity makes them
Yes,
grow.
yes,
She
but there's
experiences a
just
much
regu-
harder gravity
Yeah,
than
you're
we do.
exercising gravity all the time with a jump. I didn't think so.
For the last couple of months, I've been doing hanging, trying to get taller. So let's measure me now, and then in 3 months, let's measure how taller.
This is like when Dana Beards used to tie a remote controller on his dick, and we were like, "How old were you?" He's like, "In college." I thought he was like hanging a fucking Nintendo 64 remote. He motherfucker had a PS4.
Yo, you gotta be the dumbest guy alive, man. I actually do. That one I can't knock you too much for because you can stretch out. I mean, I know better
but
than
why do you
anybody.
believe that? But
Because because we're talking about like a fraction of an inch. You know, you can get like your vertebrae like extend a little bit. Your discs get a little healthier. Yeah. I just love the thought of like, what are you doing, Pavs? I'm hanging. I'm doing my daily hang. Gotta do the out of order, but I'm gonna hang first. Simone Biles jumping will go down in history for me. I think you're still skating on this one.
Doctors like that listen to KFC Radio?
Yeah, and I think they scream when they listen to shit like this. They get so mad. So we'll get the exact like we'll pinpoint just how stupid you are on that one. Hopefully. Speaking of astronauts.
Wait, real quick. Speaking of Olympics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's do Olympics. There's a lot to get into at the Olympics, I think, since we last recorded.
Here's the biggest thing, and it's a thing that I feel like literally no one's talking about. Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner was a political prisoner in a Russian war camp a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
She won the gold medal. No one was like, hey, that was pretty crazy. Like, a year and a half ago, you were a prisoner in Russia? That's a little nuts.
People don't like her, that's why.
I was going to say, it's probably the most racist thing that's ever happened in this country, and I'm counting slavery.
They also, by the way, did you see the commercial that Nike put out right after they won? Those Nike execs were sweating during that game against France. Let me tell you what. It's awesome. It's like they're all in practice. You know, you just see them passing the ball around, and then they're all doing voiceovers, and it's like every 4 years, people from every country come together to compete for second place, and because the women have won like 50 Olympics straight. But
yeah, I saw Diana Taurasi has 6 gold medals. How is that possible?
Yeah, well, that's
12,
why people
18, 24, 32. 38?
She's 42 years old. She's been fucking...
Oh, wait, I'm doing it by 6. So, wait. 6, 12, 18, 24.
4 years. She has 4 Olympics. She has 6 Olympics. 24 years. That would be 24 years. She's 42 years old.
Okay, so, she's that old. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, she's 42. But
I thought the math
this is the problem. This is why people got upset about Caitlin Clark, because A, it's her 6th, and B, I don't think she played... I think she played like a minute.
Yeah, I think I saw she averaged like 0.7 points or something like that.
She had like 2 minutes played with like an assist and a turnover or something like that. And she's like, I'm just so grateful to get my 6th medal. It's like, come on. Come on. I mean, I know there's, you practice and your team and all this shit, but like, come on now. But anyway, I think it's just that easy for the American women. Do other countries even play women's basketball?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I was I
guess France does. France is pretty good.
I almost didn't watch the game because I was like, it's going to be a blowout.
I didn't watch it,
and then I ended up
being pretty good,
sticking around and watching it, and I was very happy I did. But I didn't. I don't think anyone expected it to be close.
Yeah, well,
but France also has Americans on their team,
right?
Like that.
Well, it's the same thing.
Like Gabby Williams.
Yeah.
Boy.
You like her?
Yeah, buddy.
Pull her up. Let me get a little gander at Gabby. There's a lot of good-looking Olympians now.
Yeah.
It used to not be that way. It used to be like there would be one, and the internet would go wild for it, because oh my God, you're an athlete and you're good-looking, like this crazy notion. And now they're everywhere. They're all over the place. This is your girl, huh?
Dude, Gabby Williams is a rocket. Now, I wouldn't say any of these pictures are super great, but watching the game, I was like, who is number 15?
What do you have to, qualify to play for another country again? Isn't, your grandpa?
I don't know. I think it's different rules for different countries.
Yeah, it varies. It also varies when you're the host country, I think. Because when you're the host country, you get a team in every sport, I believe. I remember only when they were in Greece, I just remember hearing that like literally anybody could play for the Greek baseball team.
Right.
Is baseball still an Olympic sport?
Well, so this is what I learned. I just found this out now because of breakdancing.
Oh, they add like...
Yeah. By the way, people the whole time, there's so much to talk about with breakdancing, but the most annoying part of all is how they call it breaking.
Yeah.
Trying to make it sound like it's like, we call it breaking over here in the industry. Like, shut the fuck up. I didn't know that every home country gets like 6 or 7 like free spots to put whatever events they want in there. Breakdancing is like a very big part of French culture apparently. So they had breakdancing. When it's in LA, they're bringing back baseball
And flag football.
Which I guess like the NFL guys are entertaining, like they're gonna play.
Really?
I think Jeff D'Lo told me that. I want to say Jeff D'Lo told me that. I'm not sure, but I thought somebody told me that like Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill were like kicking around the idea of being like, let's do it.
Why not? Right? Like, might as well get a gold medal.
Absolutely.
Why would it be flag football, not normal football?
I think there's just so much, CTE and injuries and shit like that. If you like really got hurt at the Olympics, it would probably. But they do rugby and shit, so it's like not like they don't do contact injuries. So LA is doing. Let me pull it up. I'll show you the LA ones, but then the real ones that are funny are then after that 2032 is Brisbane, and so LA, Mahomes Tyreek expressed interest. NFLPA has to work it out, but the NFL basically promised that the IOC that they'd have at least a few stars. Jake Molesik's going to be on the Che lacrosse team. Yep. So in Brisbane, they're doing. That's how you say that, right? Brisbane.
I think so.
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
They're doing baseball and softball. That's also in LA. They're doing rugby 9s. 7 is permanent now, but they're going to do 9s. Cricket is going to be in LA also. Netball, ultimate frisbee, trail running, and lifeguarding. Lifeguarding in 2032.
That's big for you.
Yo, we're gonna send you to the Olympics.
Wait, why? Because I can't swim?
No.
I feel like it's a crucial part of lifeguarding.
I just meant your sleep strategy. You keep saying lifeguarding.
Oh, lifeguards. Yeah.
Lifeguarding, I think, has a chance to be electric.
I feel like you either get a gold medal or you fail.
I don't know. It must be like dummies or something like that. Yeah, but it's either like you did it or you didn't. Like you really saved me.
That's a pass-fail event.
I think they should do firefighting. You ever see when they do those
like
things
China,
they run and they put the fucking the ladders up and shit? Yeah, those
at
guys are unbelievable. The breakdancing, if it wasn't a one and done thing, because of what I just explained, it was gonna be. I think breakdancing was very poorly received.
Although
it was all the talk, you know what I mean? It's like, what's your goal here? Like, it was all the talk.
I can't say I caught any. I obviously know of RayGun, but
RayGun is unbelievable. I was thinking about you guys, like if you guys were sitting in a room trying to make like an out of order skit, and someone like came up with this, how fucking unbelievably hilarious it would be. And it's just real goddamn life.
I love the point, and then the kangaroo.
She does the kangaroo hops. And then, you know what? I even just saw a video of her. I guess she got home, and there was like a, welcoming. It's unbelievable.
Dude, but like if I was her,
that move's crazy too. Though. Open and close, open and close.
If I was her opponent, I might quit. I might have quit. I'm like,
just being like, this is ridiculous.
If she went, no, the exact opposite. Where like, when you're like in high school and you're trying to like cheat off like someone's test, and they have just completely different answers, and you're like, I did the wrong thing.
Yeah,
like, I studied the wrong stuff.
Oh no,
I was like, fuck.
My routine is.
I was gonna do breakdancing, and then I'd go out there like start doing like the shopping cart dance.
Yeah, I mean she did the fucking sprinkler at one point. They had a clip of her getting home in front of like a bunch of kids. I think she stepped off a bus. I think it was like a, welcome home thing. And she started breakdancing. And she was in like her regular clothes. And she did some shit that's like pretty impressive. And I think if it was just a video that was like, check out this professor in Australia who like breakdances, we'd be like, whoa. Yeah. But because you went to the goddamn Olympics and did that like when you just roll over like that, like that's how like my kids do stuff like that. They go, Dad, watch this, and they roll over, and I'm like, oh wow, what are we looking at here?
I think her excuse was kind of. I remember reading something about how she had said basically it was almost a protest of sorts, where in order to be accepted by the breakdancing community and culture, there's a hierarchy, and it's hard for white people to get in. So she kind of made like a joke of it. That was at least. She's a professor of body movement, I think.
Yeah, they said she had a PhD in the cultural influence that breaking has had on like the world.
But like her thing was like, despite that, she still isn't really in it. But then like the very fact that you're at the Olympics shows that you have access around it.
Right.
It's almost like that
makes it even worse in my mind.
Without like having to go through the
proper channels
steps.
Or whatever. Yeah.
It reminded me of the I just watched The Social Network. So the scene in Social Network when the Winklevoss had the meeting with the president of Harvard, and they're like, "This is inappropriate." And he's like, "The very fact that we're having this meeting is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like, you're in my office.
This
That's
whole
crazy.
thing is inappropriate." Yeah, I mean, the girl who won. Did you see her routine?
No, that's all I saw was
So granted, when the men came out, the men like did their thing, and the men was like, they're spinning on their heads and doing helicopters and all that crazy shit. The girl gold medal routine was almost more embarrassing than her.
Was it the one in the white?
Oh, it was the Japanese girl in the pink.
Yeah.
Because
it was
I did
like,
see a clip of that.
I mean, RayGun was like kind of a joke, but you're like young and taking it seriously, and that kind of stunk.
Right.
and like she finished, and she did like that pose, which is like the thing you make fun of. And the announcers were like, okay, here she goes, and then she like finished, and they were like, okay, that's it. It was the whole thing was. So I can't decide though, as a people, like, is RayGun in some ways she's definitively awesome, right? Like definitively crawling on her knees like that, she's awesome. But those big stomps, but like there should be some level of shame involved with like the Olympics, no? Where you're like, I'm not gonna go be an asshole on a global scale,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't figure out like, because what she did feels like. I'm still waiting for like Sacha Baron Cohen to pop out and be like, we snuck this girl into the Olympics. We made up this whole backstory. You all bought it. You know what I mean? Because that's what it feels like. But so if, let's say, whatever, either it's a fucking prank or she's just this 40-year-old PhD, whatever. This is awesome because it basically feels like you snuck into the Olympics. There's going to be some other asshole who's like, I'm going to do something just like her.
Yeah.
And that's going to suck. And that's where it's like, we used to have shame as a people where society where people would be like, I'm not going to go be an asshole for the whole world to make fun of me. Okay, yes, you're like famous now, but you are known as like the biggest fucking joke in the world. So where do you draw the line between RayGun being awesome and like maybe don't be the joke, the butt of the joke for the whole fucking planet?
I kind of lost the she's awesome with like the woe is me.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't hear that. That ruins it. If she was just like, I don't know, guys, I like breakdancing and I somehow got to the Olympics, that would be way better.
Like if she like to have that to be like, I'm going to show how hard it is for my people to get good at this. And then like there's also
that's crazy.
There's the Palestinian guy who lost 40 pounds and he's a weightlifter.
Yeah.
Couldn't compete anymore because he can't fucking eat.
Yeah.
There's the Pakistani dude who couldn't afford a javelin and won bronze, I think, in the javelin.
Right.
The fencer who like lost her country. I don't even know what that means. And you're like it's pretty hard for me to break dance.
Yeah. If your approach was sob story, that ain't the one, man.
Somebody was saying we should have sent Channing Tatum, and he would have
like legit. Yeah. Like I mean, I'm not kidding. The guys on the New York City subway, were. I mean, when the men went, they were pretty good. But I legit think like you could send the Showtime crew there, and I think they could compete like right away. Also, who the fuck knows what the judging is?
Yeah.
I guarantee the judges were like, "What do you think? Good? I don't know."
But that's also like I know people were saying that. The thing about the Olympic sports, and I was one who said this as well, like, I was like, breakdancing, that doesn't really count. It's so easy
to just say that.
To make that a hypocritical belief when you look at the other sports.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I said it, I was like, breakdancing is not, and skateboarding, that's not an Olympic sport. And they're like, how is it any different than not floor routine, but the fucking twirly thing.
Yeah.
You see that chick out there with the hula hoop?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like-
the hula hoop gymnastics is it's tough to call anything ridiculous when those ones are like fully accepted.
Right.
Like every year there's gonna be the hula hoop dancers. That's crazy to me. I think skateboarding. I think skateboarding's cool. I think skateboarding should be in there.
Yeah.
I
I think
think their
skateboarding
dues.
is-
They've been doing the X Games for like. There's been competitions for fucking ever about skateboarding.
Yeah.
And we all kind of know what like is good, and you know what I mean. Like Tony Hawk. There's super. You know.
Right.
This is just like we have no fucking clue what's going on here. I don't think anybody does.
Like we should have cheerleading. That
Sure.
actually I feel like is more
If this can make it, send the cheerleaders in. I've seen more cheerleading competition than breakdancing
Yeah.
competitions.
But do we think that like the Olympics would see that this is like actually kind of a good PR move?
Well, it's like, what's your goal here? Because
Yeah.
this was a very big point of, entertainment. I think so. You get about 6. What would you put in your Olympics if you had control of LA? What
Summer Olympics.
Summer? Yes, Summer Olympics.
Boy, that's a good question.
I would say first of all they got to bring back tug of war. That used to be in it.
Yeah.
Tug of war, just
Really?
like which country's the strongest?
Yeah.
Let's fucking see.
Yeah, well, that
You know?
I guess they have it with weightlifting, but I would do it more like feats of strength.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
more fun than just
Yeah,
weightlifting.
like, can you like
get
like
the
like
Atlas Stone out here.
right? Throw the kegs over the thing.
Yeah.
Do
The Scottish Games.
Yes,
Yeah.
strongman competition type shit in the Olympics.
I
'Cause-
don't think we'd win that.
I don't think so either.
I think-
some like Nordic fucking
Yeah.
guys up in the hills will win that shit. I mean, everybody's got big dudes though. It's hard. Like all these things are like, India got like 5 medals.
Yeah.
They have 1 billion people.
Yeah, I know.
1 billion. Like I know it's not great over there in some parts, and like you're not getting training and world class resources and all that, but like you got 1 billion people and you got
Yeah.
5 medals. That's crazy.
The world record for eating blueberries in under a minute is 132. So, but then when you look into it, it's like there's like a lot of technique involved because you gotta like figure out how to place them best, like how to like what position to be where it's like
do
gonna
they
be quickest.
pack them in, or do they eat them?
You have to eat them.
No. But like when you're putting them in, do you just do one at a time, swallow one at a time, or are you like
I don't know that.
what the technique is? There?
Yeah, I guess
I
don't
would
know
think
the
you.
technique.
I
I would
think.
think you pack them in and then you just kind of push like
I think you can like
them
swallow
in
them one by
reserve.
one.
Yeah, I would. You swallow whole. You have to chew.
Yeah. But I don't think that. I don't know if like I think it's like once it's in your mouth, it's
Can we-
done.
can
So
we
it's
pull
like
this
you
up?
can technically
world record blueberry eating.
132.
Why do you
And
know
then-
this? Where'd you see this? Just like dumb internet shit, or you take an interest into blueberry
It's
eating?
definitely from the bananas when you were researching bananas.
Jackie knows all about
I've known
weird
about this
weird
for a
food
while.
stuff.
I think it was like a TikTok thing, maybe. Because there's
she's dead ass right. 132.
Yeah.
Wait, that's at 248.
No, that's under 3 minutes.
Was it in
There's-
Grand
okay.
Rapids?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Sorry, there's under 1 minute time and under 3 minute time. But maybe no, because I think it's pretty hard to get.
Grand Rapids. Yeah, I mean, there's just people all around the world just doing dumb.
Because then
shit.
you also have to figure out like, okay, if you try and go for 136, that'd be like 17 by 8.
Oh, so these guys just dog
Okay,
it.
that's
They just go. These guys just go like dog bowl.
Who's keeping count of how
How do
many
you know?
blueberries?
I think you just have to. You have.
probably know how
You
much is
start
in
with
your bowl.
a starting amount, and then you have an ending amount.
Oh,
Might be
yeah.
get rid of 'em.
So that's different. Okay, from the 1 by 1.
This is like, why are we even doing that? That's funny.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this. I want to see some technique. I want to see some.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, this is impressive.
Yeah.
I think John has to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I have to do?
Eggs.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Eating 32 eggs. 35.
35.
35. Are you 35?
I'm 35, but I turned 36 Wednesday. So I'll do it tomorrow.
Oh my god, happy birthday.
Wait, what was that again?
Eat as many eggs
as you are old, but we just said like let's do that. I was like, why that become just a stupid thing. Okay,
Hard boiled, right?
No, you can eat any way you want.
you're turning
right?
36.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that makes me feel really old, bro. I'm gonna be 40, and you're 36. And we're just still doing this. Holy shit. That's crazy. And so you're going to go 36 hard-boiled eggs?
No, I'm 35. 36 might be too many. I'll do 35 tomorrow.
You could also
hard-boiled?
celebrate your birthday with 36.
I thought you were gonna do 36 because you're 36.
No, I think we have to get it in before your birthday.
That could ruin your birthday if you have 36
Okay,
eggs.
so tomorrow we have an interview and tomorrow we have work to do.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't do it then.
Maybe we'll do it Wednesday for 36. Maybe we'll do it Wednesday for 36.
That will ruin your birthday.
Yeah.
What's you can do for his birthday?
How
That'll
would you
ruin
like
your-
your eggs?
What's up?
How would you like your eggs?
Probably.
Mix it up. Do a couple hard boiled.
Yeah, let's start with 12 scrambies.
I think the best way to like limit how hard it would be, or the mental thing, would be scrambled.
Yeah,
Because like you can't. It's just like eat this pile.
Right.
Where if it's like I've had 10 hard-boiled eggs. That feels like a lot of eggs, and I've got fucking 25 more to go.
For 36, think about it. That means I have to have 12 eggs per meal.
Actually, that kind of makes it easier, I think.
Really? I thought that made it harder. 12 eggs, a carton of eggs every meal is a lot of eggs.
That is a lot of eggs.
How many grams of protein is all this? There's 6
That's a
grams
lot.
of
About
protein
6
in
per
it,
egg.
so.
Yeah.
That's it. I would have thought they had way more.
Yeah, I know. They're kind of like not that much. 36.
I'm not going to try to do that.
Yeah, I would think mix them up a little. Get it changes taste.
Yeah. And that'll be, I know, because then we
Texture.
can record while I'm doing it too. So we'll do it Wednesday. I'll do 36.
Okay.
Well, and maybe we'll just have like a little George Foreman here or something. So
Yeah.
cook on the side and just hand them to you while we do it.
Wait, so are you gonna try and do 12?
No, I'm a grazer. I kind of just eat as the day goes.
Yeah.
So, but I will. And it's in a 24-hour period, I think. Or no, it's
I
in a
think-
waking period. So like one waking period.
Yeah.
I think you can be able to do it.
I think so too. I think I'll be all right.
I don't think you'll be all right. I think you will succeed, but I think it'll wreak havoc on you.
The last one you have to eat is a deviled egg.
A rotten egg at the end. To go back to the Olympics, Noah Lyles, you like him or not?
I don't know enough about him to have
I don't think I like that guy
a strong
anymore.
opinion. One
Isn't
way
he
or
actually?
the
You like him?
really
I like
sweet
how
guy?
he's like he just does whatever the fuck he
Yeah,
wants.
that I guess is cool.
Yeah.
Him being like mad that Adidas gave a sneaker to Anthony Edwards. It's like, bro, nobody knew who you were until this.
Yeah.
Granted, you did your thing. Although he didn't win the 200, and that's his event.
Right.
So if he didn't win the 100 by an eyelash, I mean, if fans and butts, but it's like you lost your main event, and then he's like super mad that Adidas hasn't made like a signature shoe for him, and it's like, fucking sell shoes, man. You know what I mean? Like, Anthony Edwards is gonna sell those sneakers. If Adidas thinks you can, like, you probably will. If they don't, you're not gonna. But it also, he just seems, it's such a fine line between like confident and cocky and cool, and like arrogant and like an asshole.
I think if you're the fastest man in the world,
You get
you can be cocky.
yeah.
Like we loved Usain Bolt.
I know, but he also like. I think you gotta win. I think you gotta win all gold to
Yeah.
be on that level of talking shit.
Dude,
you gotta
Usain
walk away with
Bolt-
all gold. You gotta be Phelps. You gotta be Bolt. You gotta be that level.
When
And
I read like a Esquire or something piece on him, and he was packing to go to Africa, to go do some Puma event, and he took one of those, the backpacks with little straps that were hot for a while.
Yeah.
That's all he had, and it had a box of shoes in it and a bunch of condoms.
that's all I need, dog. That's all I need.
The like Anthony Edwards and Noah Lyles and I was thinking this after the Olympic basketball team won. They don't stay in the Olympic Village, right? That's for like the people who are
Yeah.
playing sports where you don't make money.
Yeah, there was some chatter like, why aren't the basketball players there? And it was like, because they're rich.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's fucking why.
I've heard that Noah Lyles is like a sweetheart trying to act like he's tough.
Well, it does kind of seem that way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it feels like, you're confident and you're the cock of the walk, and like that's why people like you. And then if you're trying to be that way, that's usually when it comes across.
I think in the girl world, people are like, "Oh, Noah, just like
just be
you
yourself.
don't need to be tough. Like,
Yeah.
be for the girls. Like you're one of us."
Yeah. Oh, man, that's tough. That's tough. That is tough. Did you see Devin Booker on the bike?
I saw he got on a bike at 6 a.m.
Crazy. So Team USA goes out to party. LeBron shows up. Some kid tries to get in his way. He fucking stiff arms him, throws the kid out of the way. Walks through the door. He starts dancing. Everybody's loving it. One by one, everybody comes out, hops in a car. First of all, Tyrese Halliburton has a type, and it's girls who do not look like him. He showed up with a limousine filled with 35 Jackies. They just kept coming out.
I think
they
he
just kept spilling out.
I think he has a girlfriend, like long-term girlfriend. That's one of her,
well, then he brought a bunch for the homies. I guess there was just 1,000 white girls coming out of the.
So
truck.
he showed up in a limo stuffed with chicks, and Booker rolled up on a bike.
And then so
Hell yeah,
then
dude.
they all leave, and like you see Anthony Davis get in the car, and this guy get in the car, and they're all getting in like a limo, and then Devin Booker it just hops on a fucking like city bike and he just rides away.
That's a great ad for.
That's incredible. I don't know. Like I was trying to think of like he might just be doing it for effect, or he might just be like, I don't know. I got like some Parisian chick like around the corner. I don't need to take a car. I don't know. It is crazy to me to just go ride the streets of Paris like shit faced at like 5 a.m. after winning a gold medal. Maybe it's the one guy who wants to keep the night going.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm not fucking done yet. I'm going to go ride a bike to the Arc de Triomphe. See you guys later. Yeah, all these white girls just pouring out. It was like a clown car. They just kept on coming. So I guess it's Anthony Edwards maybe then. Because if Tyrese has a long-term girlfriend, I ain't no snitch, you know?
Who was the guy that Kendall Jenner was just seen with that kind of looks like Devin Booker? I don't know. I feel like he's a
Didn't she
athlete.
date Devin Booker?
I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's not
She has a
him.
new boy that she was just seen with.
They seem to do that. Like, the Kardashian Jenners, I think, date. And the guy, they all just seem to date. Oh, wow. Is that not Devin Booker? That is Devin Booker. Okay, I was going to say.
It was like a blonde.
Yeah, she dated Ben Simmons right before Devin Booker.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, everybody has a type, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean,
she
like,
dated Bad Bunny.
Oh, yeah.
she should have stayed with him and done that. That would have been a power couple.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny can, like, run the world. Like Kanye's wife. Has there ever been a girl who has less of an identity than Kanye's wife? That girl is just Kanye's wife. Bianca Sensori or whatever.
You could have tortured me. I would not be able to tell you her name.
Right. Like, she's just Kanye's wife. And it's just like, you kind of sort of look like Kim, but like not really. And by the way, she was like a beautiful. Look at that girl. Look that she's beautiful there. And then like she turned into like that. I was like, oh, okay. Look at that picture. That picture is a weird ass couple. How about
she looks like a political prisoner, which I feel like we still didn't talk about enough.
For real though, if there was a guy who was like trapped overseas and then won the medal,
Putin captive for a year. And then a year later won the gold medal.
It would be like
insane.
I mean, the stories and the think pieces.
She's a political prisoner in Russia.
I mean, she had nobody backing her. Everyone was like, "Stay there."
Like, that was insane.
Terrible.
Yeah, I know. She had some weed. She shouldn't have had weed.
Right.
I feel like we should still get our prisoners back, and then celebrate them when they win the gold medal in a calendar year after.
Yeah, you are right on that one.
Do you guys, like, I don't know if I just remember it, like people on TikTok say this, but when Michael Phelps got in trouble for weed,
yeah.
Did you guys think of it as, like, I remember being like, oh wow, Michael Phelps is a bad guy. I don't know if it was because I was young or if like everyone just made him out to be like. Now I'm like, wait, why
it's crazy that the youth of America was thinking that about like the greatest athlete the country has ever had.
Literally killed a man.
Yeah, they did make it out to be like horrific. I remember thinking like, that's stupid of him to get caught or whatever. And then as we got older, being like, that was total fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But I didn't like feel a way about it. But I didn't either. It was kind of like athletes would get popped for PEDs and like drug use like here and there. And it was just like, but he had to like issue like a fucking worldwide apology and shit. That was insane what they did to that guy. That was like Tiger cheating. It was the same thing. It was like, well, he didn't kill somebody. Calm the fuck down. Speaking of Kanye, have you heard the theory of he's addicted to laughing gas?
I saw that.
I think I kind of believe it.
I don't know anything about laughing gas. I don't know what the symptoms of addiction of laughing gas are.
It's like everything about Kanye. It's like weight gain, a little bit of psychosis, a little bit of like depression, like all the shit that like Kanye's kind of been going through the last few years. But this guy, Milo,
this dude's
he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
He used to work for Kanye, got fired, has like the biggest axe to grind, biggest grudge,
But it's also like Kanye. You get what's coming. Like, you shouldn't have
totally
worked with
this
this
fucking
guy.
Yeah, and then like pissed him off. I also just, I mean, this is a horrible thing, but I also just for basic morbid entertainment want to believe that there's like this evil celebrity dentist running around getting people addicted to nitrous.
By the way, looks like a henchman.
I mean, like, pull him up. He
looks like the prison guard who was keeping Brittney Griner in jail.
I mean, the whole idea is that this guy is a celebrity dentist who does like grills and puts in diamonds and all that shit. And A is doing fake. Look at me, this guy. He'll keep Brittney Griner away from home for fucking. Yeah, you're right. He is giving them fake diamonds and doing like questionable practices, and then just giving Kanye like recreational nitrous, which, you know, I don't think many people like ever think about that or know about that, but I guess if you can get hooked on it, it can like wreak havoc on you.
What's the funniest thing to be addicted to? Because it might be nitrous.
I was gonna say that's why. I mean, I'm surprised you Swifties. You know, I mean, there's a video of him just pumping his nitrous, by the way. So I don't know. Swifties should be taking the ultimate victory lap.
Us Swifties, we don't celebrate downfalls.
Oh, okay. You're taking the high road.
Yeah.
To beat Kanye.
When they go low, we go high. That's what we say about Swifties.
Yeah, everybody knows them to be the most well-behaved group out there. I mean, to beat Kanye with an album that's what, like a few months old now?
Oh yeah.
Like he put out Vultures too, and it did like 60,000 copies. It's trash. Like,
but it still came in second.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's the state of the
where's
music
Chappell Roan and where's Brat and all that stuff?
I guess they're not moving units.
Did his new album? Like, I feel like there's nothing for that.
I haven't heard of
this new album.
It was second in Billboard.
This new album came and went. Like, I couldn't tell you a song off of it.
I didn't listen.
I didn't see any videos of people listening. I didn't see, nothing. This had no juice.
I didn't even know it was coming out.
Yeah, I accidentally found it because I was trying to find another song, and then I was like, "Wait, one just came out today."
Yeah, I mean, I don't even bother anymore to listen to like Kanye albums. Like, I've just, it's been like 7 in a row that I'm like, I hate all of this, so I've just done.
I always like them when I listen to it, but they're not albums I go back to.
You never go back to any of his new shit. And the way that his old shit is like, you can listen to it.
To be fair, I don't really. There's like 5 albums I go back to. I'm not like I kind of just listen to whatever's out.
Did I not call it Shabuzi? Oh, I was like, he's gonna be the next big thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
He's not the next big. Like he's
got to have another song.
I was gonna say all I see him is at like the Aloe employee party and fucking little like private events on the Hamptons. You got to be to be a big thing. You got to be doing what Chappell Roan's doing.
Dude,
biggest set at Lolla.
Dude, I never thought I would see anything that beat DMX at Woodstock '99.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that footage? Have you seen that? Pull this up. DMX. Woodstock '99 was at the peak of DMX's popularity, and he's on stage in red overalls, and he's performing, and the camera pans out to the crowd, and it's the entire world. Like it's like you don't see the end of the people. It just keeps going, and to me, I was like, they will never. I don't think they'll ever top this. Like this many people in one spot. And along comes Chappell fucking Roan. I mean, it's just like it's just all of the people in the world. DMX performed Rough Riders Anthem for the entire planet Earth, and then Chappell Roan does Lala, and it looked just like that. And they're all doing the fucking HOTTOGO. She is something, man.
Dude, she had as fast a rise. I probably like.
She wasn't even a headliner in Lala.
No,
right?
That was a day show.
Right.
Like maybe a month and a half ago. I forget exactly.
This is insane.
Oh, whenever the Brady thing was, whenever Brady's retirement was, it was like a week before that, I found out who Chappell Roan was. And I just tweeted, I was like, who the fuck is this person? Is she the biggest person in the world?
Yeah.
And she wasn't at the time.
Yeah, now she is.
Look at this. When it turns, fast, so big.
That almost,
so big, so
like
fast.
she... kind of like an Ice Spice thing where it's like you're not ready for it, That is insane, dude. That is so many fucking people. She looks like she should be in the WWF, like a wrestler.
I was actually talking to Bree about her the other day, like very briefly because I guess Dave. Because the reason I remember the Brady thing because Dave was playing music in the car on the way to the Brady thing, and I was like, "Is this your playlist? You'd love Chappell Roan." And then Bree told me the other day that he hates her, or I don't know, hate might be a strong word, but he doesn't like her.
I don't like HOTTOG. I don't like that one because that just feels kind of like a gimmicky song.
Pink Pony Club is the one.
I gotta listen to some of her. There's a very cool video of her, like maybe 2 years ago because it was so fast. Maybe a year ago. She's in Philly, I think, and she's performing for like 100 people. And she's trying to get them. Look at that! Look at that, dude!
God.
Look at that!
That's insane.
That's like Chinese wave pool level.
Yeah.
That's like India. We just won cricket and we're partying in the streets level. Like that is insanity. She is a absolute phenomenon. Like
a phenomenon.
A phenomenon. That's right. So this video, she's trying to teach the audience the HOTTOGO dance, and she's like, okay, when the chorus hits, we're all gonna do it. So she's singing the song, and the chorus hits, and like nobody does it, and she's like, come on, why didn't you guys do it? Like, I just taught you, and like the video ends like fast forwards like 18 months, and there's this sea of people doing the dance.
That's pretty sick.
It's got to be one of the like fastest. I think that's the number one thing that's different about the modern world. Like you can go quick to the top. I feel
you
like
can go quick to the top. You always could have.
Yeah, you think?
Remember
I feel like this is fast.
Dude, remember fucking
No con.
Darius Rucker. Darius Rucker sitting on this couch talking about how Monday they were playing songs for nobody.
Right.
So fucking
Letterman heard it in the car.
Letterman's driver had the radio. The radio DJ just happened to hold my hand.
Yeah, one of the Hootie songs.
And then on Monday it was the biggest song in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Letterman heard it Monday. Hootie played Friday. Monday was the biggest song in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. It just feels like if you catch a wave now, it is
But I think she definitely
top.
Was like trying for a long time.
Was she?
Oh yeah.
How old is she?
She's 26. She's been.
You guys are such assholes. I thought you were gonna tell me she's 40. She's been trying for 4 years. Oh my god, it's really been hard for her.
Started at like 16.
Everybody starts at 16 because they're like singing for their parents. She's 26. You guys are such dicks.
I mean, she was touring with Olivia Rodrigo for a year.
Yeah.
So I was like,
that's the other thing. It's like,
and it's like, you always say, I always remember the Louis C.K. where he's like, I blew up fast to you.
Yeah.
I didn't blow up fast to me.
But I think, like, so she made it and was successful, but then to go from like, I'm on tour with opening up for Olivia Rodrigo to I am the biggest act in the world.
Right.
Is pretty crazy. There was a funny, I think Noah Kahan posted it, or maybe she posted it. I can't remember. It was the two of them together. It was a funny post. Because they're both kind of weirdos. Yeah. And it was like something like, who would have thought that these two weirdos would be like dominating the music world?
I've been wanting to like organically, like I like her songs, but I haven't like fully. I've been wanting to like organically
one on
find
the
her.
left. What's the caption for that? I think that was the one. That picture was like, we were fucking weirdos and we dominate the world. Anyway, keep going.
No, I mean just like I haven't like fully. Like I don't want to now that it's kind of like.
You don't want to. You don't want to be like a poser. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it is hard. It's like, when did you start listening to Chappell Roan?
Yeah.
Like yesterday. It's like, but whatever. Fuck that.
But yeah, like
good music's good music. Like,
everyone started listening to Chappell Roan the same song.
Yeah,
you were early for a month.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Everyone got put on to Chappell Roan summer 2024.
Right.
I feel like there was 3 days because Pavs sent me a song saying that you guys liked it. I didn't listen to it.
You missed your chance.
At the time.
You
And
missed your
then
chance.
3 days went by and it was already too late. Like I already would have jumped on the bandwagon.
I think it's very. I mean, the gays love it, right? She's like a gay icon. Is she gay or just the gays love her?
I think
She's probably
She's
just
gay
everything,
icon,
right?
Because when she was first starting to blow up, guys like me in fights started listening. They're like, this is not for the straight white men. You're not allowed to touch this.
That's why you in fights.
We're an important group to bridge the gap. The kind of gay guys.
Yeah, you are. Honestly, like advertisers and like focus group people should go after you guys. Yeah. Because it's like girls, we kind of know. Girls will ride for whatever they like. You know what I mean? Like they'll buy stuff, they'll support it. girl boss in a miniskirt, they will fucking all get together. And then guys kind of are like a coveted, they have the money and but they don't really care about shit. And then there's you guys to fucking bring it together. Go hang out with my gay friends and the girlies and bring it back to the dudes.
Guys, your summer just got a hell of a lot more awesome thanks to Bespoke Post. Whether you want to drink and eat more awesome, Bespoke Post got you. Whether you want to dress and travel more awesome, Bespoke Post got you. You want to explore more awesome? Well, the box of Awesome has you covered. A lot of awesome. I want you to think, when you think Bespoke Post, you think awesome, because that's the two things. To get started, you take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right box of awesome for you. It's free to join. They release new items every month across a ton of different categories. Nope, I read that wrong. When you become a member, you'll have access to stellar discounts across a plethora of products. We're talking 30% off or more sometimes. Plus, with each box of awesome, you're supporting small businesses. 90% of everything that comes in your box of awesome is from a small up-and-coming brand. You get to see them before they're cool. Kind of like Chappell Roan. It's free to sign up. You can skip a month or cancel anytime. You get a free mystery gift with your first monthly shipment when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter code KFC Radio at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code KFC Radio for a free mystery gift with your first monthly shipment. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I asked this the other day, didn't take off. So actually, there's been a recent development since I brought it up with you guys. So in Curb, there's an episode about hurting your neck, and they keep harping on there's only two ways someone can hurt their neck: car accident, eating pussy. And I've seen that episode so many times that I was like, I've never been in a position where I could hurt my neck eating pussy. And then over the weekend,
whoa, buddy!
No.
And I was eating pussy.
Over the weekend, I was watching Seinfeld, and I was watching. I forget what episode it was.
I think that's a ridiculous notion, by the way.
What?
I feel like people get a crick in their neck all the time, hurt their neck from sleeping.
Yeah, no, I agree. But and then I was watching. I forget the episode title, the episode number, but it was Fusilli Jerry episode, and in it, Jerry is explaining his move to Costanza. You lick, you twirl, you do all this stuff. Yeah. And at one point,
the Costanza
pinch,
the grab, the thumb, all that.
Right.
Yeah.
And
great episode.
Costanza asks, I forget what the question was. Oh no, Jerry goes, "How tall are you?" And he's like, "I'm 5, whatever." He goes, "How tall is she?" And she's 5, whatever. He goes, "Okay, good. You can't have more than a foot height difference, otherwise you'll hurt your neck." And then I was like, "Oh, this just happened to Larry David. Larry David hurt his neck. He's been talking about it for 40 years. He hurt his neck eating pussy one time." So I want to sit down. I'm no longer curious how, if it's a regular thing. Now I'm curious how Larry David hurt his neck eating pussy. Because
with this giant woman or a short woman. I don't know. I'm picturing a larger woman. I guess maybe she jumped a lot.
I think I was watching Saturday morning. I popped up the Leo meme in bed. I was like, I was just talking about this. Larry David's still talking about eating the pussy.
I mean, I've never had any issues with that.
Never been in a position where I thought
I'm gonna hurt myself doing
this. Could be painful.
It's the most awkward position for a guy to be in.
Really?
I think it's a very funny because you're either face down, ass up, which is hilarious for a dude to be, or you're kind of laying flat to avoid that, and you're just
oh, I kick my feet up.
You lay in your belly with your feet up? Yeah.
Kick my feet up like a couple girls gossiping.
Just talking to my friend, just whispering to her.
Hey girl, how you been?
I think if you see regular dudes, if you were to zoom out, on the video and during that, it's got to be most awkward.
That's a great point. Yeah.
When you see just the head, it's whatever. Then you zoom out and their bodies.
What do they say about Bitcoin going down? Zoom out, zoom out. Jesus Christ! I told you about the one time I fucking mucked barn. When I had my Indian style, that was a tough one.
Oh, that was an underratedly funny story.
Yeah, wait, what was that one again? Explain that.
It was standing in the mirror kind of deal, and then it hurt my knees too much to be on the ground. So
we've talked about that before. Knees on ground. We did it for the Office Olympics. We played knock hockey in here. Granted, this is like just a thin piece of carpet on top of concrete, but no carpet is really that good. A lot of times it's hardwood floor you see. Girls just go down there with knees of steel. Do you just not even think about it, or the whole time does it suck?
It's almost like you're like everything hurts. So
I was gonna say it's like you ever
last on the list.
Yeah.
My neck hurts, my throat
it's
hurts.
like it's like, you know how like when you're suffocating, like all you're trying to focus on is breathing. It's like
I guess so.
like, but like, you know, even
How
if
often
like
are you suffocating?
I won't suffocate too
no, it's like
often.
if like you're in the water and like, you know how like they say like the body just like all you're focused on is like trying to get whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that.
You're
It's
just
like
like, I gotta get
you're
this job done.
suffocating, so you're just trying to focus on the breathing. Like your knees are the last priority.
It's like in you ever seen the movie Major Pain? When the guy he breaks his
Wanna
finger.
stop thinking about your stomach?
Like, I'll help your knees.
Yeah. This guy's been shot, and he's like, "You want to stop thinking about your gunshot?" And he just breaks his
God.
finger. Now you're thinking about your finger.
You have to
Classic
cut, like-
reference. It's a major, great reference, John.
Your mama's so fast she play pool with the planets. That
How many-
a 7-year-old me thought that was the funniest thing I'd ever hear.
Are you have you started like retiring references like that? Like if you make a Major Pain reference, nobody's getting that joke except for like me.
Yeah, but, like my reference, like that's super rare. Most of my references are pretty.
But even like you're talking Seinfeld, like Pavs doesn't know Seinfeld.
yeah. No,
You know?
then
I
you
just
don't
keep
get
doing
it.
it.
Then you don't
I
get
know.
it.
I
Then
know.
you're not gonna get
I'm
it.
just like, and that's how you become old.
Yeah.
I always wondered how you become old. I've even noticed like I'll send a tweet that like I think it's just like a normal tweet and people are like, this tweet sucks. And I'm just like, I think I'm getting old. It's like I think it's just different slang, different like what I think is funny you guys now think is like mean or whatever it is, and it's just like I'm too old for this.
What do you guys, Gen Z, like? What do you think about millennials? Like when we were your age, I feel like
Well, the millennial thing got so jacked up because in the beginning, millennials were like the young group getting made fun of. Millennials ruin brunch.
Right.
Millennials ruin this. Millennials ruin that. And even like I was making fun of millennials and then realized that I was like firmly a millennial.
Oh yeah.
So,
But like we had not strong opinions, but personally I didn't, but our group did, of like boomers. Like boomers ruined the world. They fucking jacked housing prices. Boomers were the enemy. Do you guys? But I guess Gen X was the next generation, and we didn't really care about them.
Boomers did ruin the world. I think we were right on that one. Every generation says shit like that, but I think we were right. Like, just fucking die. Just fucking. There was too many of you. You all got born at the same fucking time. You all figured out a system so that you could get houses and you could retire, and then you just were like, I don't know what happens after that.
And then now, you didn't retire.
Yeah, you
don't retire.
Nobody fucking retired. Yeah, Social Security. It was just like we'll just put up a system that like will pay for us for like the last 30 years of our life. That'll work.
But do you guys like? Does your group? I don't know about you personally. Maybe you personally do. But like, does your? What are you, Gen Z?
I'm Gen Z.
Does Gen Z have like an opinion on millennials, like as a whole?
I think we're also older Gen Z.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, though the thing
What
is, you
year
guys
you
are just cringy. 99.
no.
Yeah.
We're just cringy.
Just cringy. That's like that's the main thing. Is you
Yeah.
guys are
Fair.
cringy, care about things a little bit too much, and are easy to target. I think is like brands are
True.
easy to target you.
Yeah, no, you knocked all out of the
Well,
park.
we just kind of neglect.
Well, I think I'm gonna retire.
I get an opinion on Gen Z. Very perceptive.
Expand on the cringe.
Cringe. The humor. Your humor was it was probably easier to make millennials laugh. Where now our humor is much drier, I would say. And you guys would find like classic jokes funny. Like what would be considered classic humor?
Like that's what she said. It was
Yes,
like the funniest
yeah,
thing in the world.
That was good stuff.
At the time, it was funny. This is the problem. You know, you guys are just assholes. You guys just don't know how to laugh and have a little bit of fun. That's why you're so uptight about everything. I don't know. Watch a Will Ferrell movie. Will Ferrell got about 6 more movies after his one funny movie. They were all bad. They were all great.
They're all great.
They're all great. He had no business. He made like 30 of those movies. They just kept trotting them out. Same fucking thing. We're just gonna put him in a race car. We're gonna put him in ice skates. We're gonna put him in it.
They were like, we got to
Great
get
every
these
time.
out before the internet really gets cooking.
I actually do think your generation, and definitely the next one, Alpha, or whatever the fuck it's called, is wholly fixated on being cool, trying to look cool,
Yeah,
having
I
to look
agree
cool.
with that.
Like I think there was almost when for like us and anyone who came before us, it was like celebrities are cool people. they're cool.
Yeah.
Or you're just like a normal fucking nobody.
But
now
that's rampant in millennial too.
That what?
Like desperately want to be cool on the online.
But I feel like you guys
so I just think as the internet so then the internet comes and everybody can be cool online, and then all of a sudden everybody just like that generation just like is cool online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think it's like fully consumed with trying to flex on other people.
Or I almost feel like it's like you guys like. Not you guys, but millennials. Like try and be no, actually not you guys. Like try and be like quirky, and that's where the cringe comes in.
Give me an example.
Like it'd be like, I love unicorns. Like
you'll try to make an email like funny. Something like
that's the worst. But let me tell you something. That's just like that's not any one generation. That's there'll be some variation of that for you. You know what I mean? Like also there's something to be said for like when I still hate this, but I started to understand it a little more. Like my big thing when I was coming up was making fun of like office life, which also has like a lot of parallels to what we're talking about here. And it's like you make fun of the cringy email, or you make fun of the office speak, or you make fun of the dumb jokes that people make when they're on a conference call. And then like you get older and you do a bunch of those, and it's like, well, what the fuck else are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? It's just like these are just like little pleasantries that they're talking about the weather. They make a cringy joke.
Yeah.
Because like you're in the business world and like you need to say something and not just be fucking robots. And you can't like speak your real humor. I can't tell you what I'm really thinking. Yeah. So I make some, hey, that's like, and everyone's like, and then we keep it moving. So it's like, what's worse, like doing that or like being so upset about that? You just do it and keep it moving. So I think that comes with age too, where you're like.
No, I agree with that. I hate it when people are like, "Oh, like fuck small talk." It's like, then what are we
gonna do
go
here?
Deep into conversation?
Tell me your trauma.
Yeah,
But I don't call her daddy. We're sitting next to each other on the subway, just fucking either small talk or no.
The quirky is funny. That sounded a little specific.
It's like
there's some girl that Jackie knows who's like listening to this.
No, there's just I feel like there's a lot of YouTubers
I like
that
that's
are
definitely
like
a trope. Yeah.
Yeah, they try and be like, different, and I'm trying to think of like another example.
So like they're trying to stand out, trying to be like, I'm different than you are.
Millennials were like a tangible object. It would be like Forever 21 shirts. The writing on all Forever 21 shirts.
Wow.
Is like, I love tacos.
Wow.
It's
Jack,
like,
that's some good podcasting right there. That just crystallized it all for me. And boy, is that a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, those were like the only merch we sold for like 10 years.
Yeah.
It was
that kept this company afloat.
But
you know what the Gen Z version of that is? Fucking neon signs.
Yeah,
where it's just
Yeah.
girls would be like.
I used to have a Corona neon sign.
No, I'm talking about the ones that are like in a coffee shop. They're like,
be a
slut
like,
and drink espresso.
Yeah, all these dumb things. But also, this is like, again, this is dumb graphic shirts have been around for a while. But I do understand what you're talking about.
If I can defend it, like it had its moment of being cool. And like if you're now, it's uncool.
It's like Chappell Roan. There were like 3 days, and then it was like.
Yeah, they were like all this stuff had like a time where like, okay, that's interesting, and that's kind of like the like, and then people who are just now just finding it funny. Now you're kind of lame, and like there was a moment where this was very cool.
Well, especially when if you're talking about clothes, all of it comes around. You know what I mean? So like by the time Alpha's older or whatever, this shit'll be back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That clothes specifically are very, very cyclical with their
no
trends.
Coffee, depresso.
That one is so good. We tried to sell one that said Adderall diet. And we got in a lot of trouble for that one. That was so funny because like we all kind of signed off on it. It was like I don't know. I saw it. Gaz saw it. I don't know if you saw it. Dave saw it. Everybody was kind of like, well, that's funny. Like that's a good. Like that one's gonna sell like crazy. And people were like, this is horrendous.
But that was only taken down because of like churning, right? Like now, I think we just sell it and sell it. Is that funny? It is. It's still a funny
I think
shirt.
so. But I think turn and wind us down because there was like I think there was like public.
No, I know there was,
okay,
but like it was someone else said take it down. I don't know.
Think so.
I'm guessing.
I don't know. Probably. I don't think Dave. I don't know if Dave would have cared enough, but it was just a white shirt with a shiny gold plated words, and it just said Adderall.
Dude,
diet.
I wanted this. I never ended up making it, but I wanted to sell a shirt that just said.
That's it. That's the one. Yep. Look at Rhea wearing it. Rhea was like 17. Rhea was a child. We put her in an Adderall diet shirt. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Rhea was literally just 18.
That's insane.
Holy moly. That is bad.
I remember I wanted to sell one that just said like professional dog petter, and I was like, even when I was mocking it up, I was like, this shirt fucking sucks, but they're gonna sell 1 million of them.
There was a lot of that. Like I loved the feeling of like this sucks. Let's make 1,000.
Yeah.
Did you make the dog petter one?
No, I never did. It was like I just
you could have. We probably still could put doggos on a fucking shirt. And sell 'em.
I remember they sent me like a couple of like examples where it basically we're talking about exactly what we're talking about. We're like they would send me like graphics with a dog on it. I was like no, I just want to say
just the word, just the words. Yeah, that's
and
it.
then I don't know something.
I mean, we had something called Famous Friends Friday, where we sold. And I think those shirts are great, but the time for them are over because if you try to do it now, they all bomb.
Yeah.
It was just pictures of people from movies and TV shows. The idea was tied into Saturdays for the Boys, so it was like guys. So it was like Dom Toretto and Brian O'Connor were like on a shirt together. Fast and the Furious fans bought them all, and then we put like
we had the gang, we had The Office,
yeah, Sunny, The Office, Game of Thrones,
Armageddon,
and all we did we would just put like a rectangle with a border. And the people, and then the very tiny font just said Saturdays for the Boys, and we put a new one out every Friday for this whole summer.
Put four out every Friday, and
I mean, it was like, I think back on those, I'm like, where was that money going? We had Cameron, the Cameron and Joel Santana one.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, they were making money on us hand over fist at that point. The money that I used to make on just the quilted stuff alone, I was just like, yeah, I think it's doing good. It was so much money. Crazy, man.
Do you know what shirts you guys sold that did the most?
Well, I know the Cameron and Jewels was one of the big ones. Saturdays for the Boys was definitely his biggest one.
Oh my god.
I think Welcome to Titletown was a really big one. I think
you know what's one of my biggest ones ever? Wordle Drunk shirt.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
I've never seen it in the wild.
The Zach Wilson one.
Zach Wilson one?
Bang moms, throw bombs.
Yeah.
Did not throw a bomb the entire year.
That's the shirt that made me be like, I want to retire. I don't want to do this anymore. Like I was like, this guy is neither throwing bombs nor banging moms. So this is not even a real thing. He's not even the quarterback. Thousands of them were sold.
That is kind of like the tough part of doing merch is doing stuff that like you have to find the middle ground of like I like it and people will buy it. Like I always remember talking to my friend who worked at like TJ Maxx, but like was like a designer, and she'd be like, I just can't make stuff I like. Mm-hmm. Like it was. I think she goes, everything I make, I just design something I like. And I make it in teal and brown. She's like, I make sure it has both colors in it. Then it'll sell a ton.
Yeah.
Like, God,
yeah, that does suck. But then, you put out something that you like and it sells like 10 units and you're like, that sucks too.
Right.
Both of those feelings really fucking suck. So you got to find the in-between of it all.
Do you think that in terms of like marketing, like in the Olympics, for example, if I were a shoe company, like I would pay somebody to tie their shoes like 3 times throughout the game because then it like when it's tennis or whatever. Do you think that happens?
I'm sure they think about that stuff all the time because I remember hearing like Michael Jordan he had to put the flag over him because he was a Nike athlete and like Reebok sponsored the Olympics or something like that, so like they think about every little thing. I wouldn't be surprised if
but all that stuff to me is so Streisand effect-y where you're just like
what's the Streisand effect?
Streisand effect is I forget exactly what was happening.
She said something.
No, she was trying to get something like buried, and no one had even known about it. And because she tried to bury it, it became a huge deal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't even notice that shirt.
Right. And now all I'm thinking about is how Nike is so powerful that you guys had to fucking hide it.
Right.
You
And
couldn't have
now
one
it's
swoosh.
30 years later and we're still talking about it.
Yeah. You fucked the pooch on that one.
Wait, what is it?
It's when you like you think this is like bad press is going to happen, so you try to like hide something, and then it's huge press that you hit it. And if you just shut up about it,
But no one had even noticed before you tried to hide it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a big deal at all.
So now we know. You know, it's kind of like deleting your tweet. It's like just leave it up because if you delete it now, it's a big deal. That's the strategy.
Got it.
Man, that was a tough segment there for the millennials though.
Sorry.
Because the millennials also, like
you
I
guys
said,
asked for it too, by the way.
like I said though, the millennials were the original like young, like there was a whole era of millennials have ruined, and it was all old people saying like these young millennials have like ruined everything in the world. And that window closed real fast, and they just became the old people. Or
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't real fast. Maybe it's probably about 15 years. Like, in my mind, as fast is probably about a generation's worth. But I think it's particularly tough for the millennials because I think they're like, we're cool. No, wait, we ruined brunch, man.
Yeah.
we ruined concert.
We ruined
did everything.
Olive Garden.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
killed.
We did
if you
everything.
like pull up like millennials killed headlines.
Type that in,
there's-
millennials killed, and you'll
there's
probably
gonna
see a
be
million.
50 billion.
BuzzFeed just wrote like every fucking day.
Yeah.
It was just like these guys go to brunch all the time, and they blah, blah, blah. It's like I don't know what the fuck.
One thing that does like, because there's definitely like older Gen Z and younger Gen Z, and the younger Gen Z are like, they I feel a separation between them. For some reason, it really freaks me out. Like if you ask a younger Gen Z to do a heart, they'll do that.
Yeah, that's insane.
I do like
That's
that,
crazy.
obviously.
You know what happens to you guys? Do you do a heart? No.
No. Yeah. Like I think this one's gay, but this one's fucking insane.
Can you do a
Yeah, I
heart?
didn't even do that.
Fucking hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Millennials are killing the napkin industry. Like, what does that mean? They all started to read like Onion articles, but
Yeah.
they were real. But the real problem is, I think generations are too big, because it's always the beginning of any generation and end of any generation do not click. So if you shorten that gap, if a generation is only like 7 years, I feel like they would all be on the same page.
Yeah,
but
there was
because
still like articles
millennials,
being
if
written.
if you were born in 80, I think it's like 81 to 96 or something like that.
I don't know.
I think is the millennial gap, and it's like 90, 95, 96 is so different than
80
early
to 94.
80s. Yeah, 19. If you're born in 1980 versus 1994, that is like, you know, an entire lifetime of shit. So
Now it is like just broad generalization, which you can apply to any topic. But it would be like millennials are on the workforce and they're lazy, and it's like some millennials are 45 and own homes.
yes.
Like, what are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. That is the problem. It needs to be like the age group needed to be from like 18 to 25.
Yeah.
It's kind of more like what they do with demographics. 18 to 24, 24 to 36. I mean, there's also ones that span much more, but I feel like when you talk about like advertising demos, they break it down much further than generational breakdowns go. Quincy Wilson, I think is his name.
The kid?
He's born in 2008, and he's in the fucking Olympics.
Yeah, I
That
saw
is
like
insane.
there was like a TikTok comment, and it was like, my mom said she was born in the 90s, and then like some other kid had commented like all our moms were born in the 90s, and I was like, oh my god, because it's true. It's like there is a large group, like the moms would have to be young, but there is a large group that like,
That's insane.
it's just crazy. That made me feel old.
This kid.
This dude is. I mean, he said I got class in 2 weeks.
He's awesome.
16,
Blah blah
youngest
blah. Good for
ever.
him. Really slow.
I mean, like the slowest ever. He finished 3 seconds behind. Three full seconds behind. You know how big that is in running? Like we like a full like 1, 2, 3. Those guys are 30 yards ahead of you at that point.
Dude, I was watching the race live, and I was like, "What the fuck is this kid doing out there?"
Yeah,
There has to. I actually texted Jeff D. Lowe about it. I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah,
kid
I did too.
doing
Jeff
running?
D'Lo's like the Olympics go-to
And
guy.
he said they never run their stars in the semis.
But what a risk, though.
But I
You
was
still have
like,
to finish top
there's
3.
There's got to
in
be
your-
something between.
Yeah.
We'll keep this guy fresh for the finals, and I don't know,
A kid
the
who's like,
16-year-old.
yeah,
like this
who's
guy,
like who's just like he's like really fast for a 16-year-old, but he's not fucking. I don't blame him.
I
He's
was-
going against people who've trained their whole lives to be in the Olympics.
I was so
mean, he must
jacked
be
up to watch
awesome,
him,
but
and then the race started, and like you could tell, like his form was so different, his speed obviously so different. I was like, "What is this kid doing out there?"
I noticed the
You can
the
see
form
him,
too.
like,
He's kind of
flailing
like
out.
flailing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this looks like regular people trying to run hard. I mean, obviously, he's fucking unbelievable. I was thinking, does he go like compete in high school and just dominate?
Yeah, he must.
So like, he is awesome. But and Jeff said he thinks this is all part to get like to hype him up for 2028. But it
that's
was
not
like
him. That's weird.
It's like that is that's not good.
That's weird to title
they-
this. The NBC titled this with him, and that's not him running. I remember the guy in the glasses. It wasn't him.
And like, yeah, we had our guys like make up the difference, and it was like all good. But imagine like if he blew it, and like
We don't even get
then
to
you don't
race
even get to the medal round.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there would be guys who would murder that kid or whoever, or not him, but the person who decided to put him out there.
I think the captain of the team's 32, so you literally double the other kid's age.
Crazy.
I do want it known that I was always the fastest mile in all throughout.
Hey, that is one of the biggest indicators of cool.
Yeah.
I think
I won
if
the
you
PE
look at
award.
everyone who's successful, they all were the fastest kids in school,
That's me.
and that's Jack.
I say.
I mean, I'm somehow sneaking by, but I was not. But I think most people who, or I guess maybe you it's not you had to be the fastest kid, but if you were, I think you are successful.
Yeah,
You don't think so?
I don't know. Whenever we talk about
maybe
this,
it could
I
be the
didn't do
opposite.
this, so like
Maybe
I
you-
didn't know.
Oh, I mean, they were just the coolest.
I didn't do this either.
You never did.
Nah, never had a run.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to like
Private
a
school?
weird private
You
school.
know where to run?
Never had a run. There was 30 kids in my graduating.
Oh, you were
class.
a weirdo.
Yeah, I was weird.
Where'd you play basketball?
I played basketball. I went to a high school and played basketball. It was a big school. My high school, my middle school was like really, really small.
And then in high school, you didn't have to do any of this shit?
No, we didn't have to do that either. I went to St. Anthony's. We didn't have to do. They didn't have to do
I
that
guess
shit.
that's a private school.
Yeah, it's a private school.
Yeah, I guess private schools don't have to do that shit.
But we didn't do it in grade school. Like I went public all the way through high school, and I don't remember this at all.
And there were kids who could run 6-minute miles, and it was like,
Really?
you ran 6
Sorry
minutes?
about me. It was like 6:15.
Yeah, that's fucking fast. I remember all the names. Like I couldn't tell you probably like I know Tom Filippo and Cole Gladys were running fucking 6-minute miles at like 7 years old.
Yeah,
How
Nikki
old
Moore
were
and
you?
Brian Bamford actually beat me like a few times. What?
How old were
was
you?
I? Middle school. So like 11, 12,
I feel like
10.
When did you
Start high school?
start thinking about I'm gonna need surgery?
yeah, I knew
I'm
you were
just trying to
going
picture you like, if I was
The boys came back after one summer. They go, "We're gonna beat Jackie this time." Well, she's not a threat anymore.
if I ran a 7-minute mile and I got lost by a minute, and I'm like, look at this thing, like, this is insane.
Yeah. Honestly, maybe I kind of had a theory that that's what they were so saggy is because like I was running a lot.
Yes.
Which would go
Okay,
with
go
the meal
Back to
theory.
Simone Biles being short. Yeah, well, I mean, I knew girls who were wearing like double sports bras and shit like that.
Yeah.
You were doing that?
I
tried
would
everything.
wear like
I
double-
saw a clip yesterday of a woman who I think it was on Reddit, but it was just one of those like weight loss journey type things, and she was like 400 pounds. She's like, I just started doing like a mile a day, and it was just like at the end of the first year when she was starting to actually run now, but hadn't really lost the weight yet.
yeah.
It was just like, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Because there are like the cute little sports bras that like I would remember being like, oh my god, I would kill to wear one of those. But I would have to have like the girdle. It's like a girdle. Like
Jackie wore a corset to run the mile.
Clanks it like it's got like a prison like.
oh my god, I remember on the last day of like junior year. No, before the surgery. This was like the cringiest, most like pick me I've ever been. So basically it was like a pool party. I don't bring a bathing suit. We're all like drunk by this point, and like the boys are like, get in the hot tub, like get in the hot tub. I was like, no, like I didn't bring like a bathing suit. And I was like, I didn't bring a bathing suit. And they're like, just get in and bra and underwear. And I was like, no, like I can't do that. I ended up doing it. But like what they don't know is, again, I don't have cute bras. I have like a girdle. And so I take it all off and like
no, never mind. Get out.
I physically see all the boys go like, ugh. As I'm putting it back on.
Jackie's got like a snorkel and her big girdle. It's like supposed to be the sexiest thing ever, and Jackie's ruining it.
What?
Did you not get in?
I did get in.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you.
And then I like saw it was not,
well received.
Like the crowd was not loving it. It was a bomb, and I was like, I
gotta go.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go.
I feel like I'm bringing the vibe down here.
Yeah.
Jackie, you know how hard it is.
Jackie sitting in the hot tub like this. All right, I'm gonna go, boys.
Do you know how hard it is to ruin tits for high school boys?
Yeah,
that's how ugly that bra was. God damn.
It was so bad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was like not my best night.
Real quick, I gotta give a shout out to the night cleaning crew at Barstool Sports. Mm-hmm. Just some real ride or dies.
Yeah.
When we did the Out of Order sketch, the one that came out, they didn't care at all.
They didn't say a word.
As far as I was thinking, like,
you could do whatever you want.
They don't know where they're working, right?
Yeah,
like they're not aware that this is a media company that films sketches and stuff like that. So all they saw, eventually they realized that we were kind of laughing and having fun, but for a while, all they saw was a maniac with a gun screaming at people and pointing at them.
They didn't say
and they
shit.
were like, not my business.
Just don't knock anything over. Yeah. Just make sure the garbage is still out and we're good to go. Good for them.
We were like filming it. It wasn't that late. It was probably like 8 or 9. And we were like, is that a person? And I was like, I don't know. Was that, what do we do? We've literally, the guns are now like
painted black.
They're sold like bright yellow. So cops know it's not a real gun, but we painted black.
Right.
So it looks real. And I was like, who is here? And they were like, no, papi.
No, papi, not me.
You were like, it's fine, we're having fun. And I was like, okay, first of all, that's what somebody would say. Like,
yeah, don't worry.
Everyone's having
fun. I mean, that's the ultimate. It's like, what's... Can't read my mind. Dude, you are so good at doing maniacal.
Insane.
It is your bag, dude. It is your scene.
That honestly, you just scream. It's not that hard. You just
but there's something about the tone of it, and then like you're good at it, man. Like the way you talk, like it's good.
I'm not as good at it as the upstairs cleaning people are at ignoring crimes.
It is funny because it's like all the comments are like, give this man an Oscar, like this is art and everything, but like behind the scenes, if you guys knew how much he was just like popping whoopee cushions and laughing and giggling, like
there's really... no like one day when they're like showing like how John worked at that the laugh and like circle, you've done that a couple times in your skits. It's fucking great. There won't be like a wow, like look at his process, look at what he does. Just like he just fucking dicks around and does it.
The whoopee cushions is unfair because I don't know if you know this about whoopee cushions, but they still play.
Eternally funny.
Dude, it is.
You hear that, Gen Z? They're fucking funny.
Fucking funny.
They're fucking
dude.
Funny, man.
It is. I stole it. I took it home. I was just sit on the couch and blow it up and fucking fun.
No, I've never seen it before.
Yeah, that was not acting right. That was just genuine.
Oh my god, I can't.
All right, do voicemails?
So good. Yeah, it's voicemails. Oh, by the way, also shout out to Steph Curry. That was so cool.
Dude.
That was the coolest. That was I don't think Steph Curry has a signature shot because his team's always up like 30, you know?
No, that one against the Thunder.
The Thunder's like, but even that is like,
yeah.
I don't know. No one talks about that the way they talk about like, some of Jordan's shots.
Dude, I remember. That might be my most memorable basketball shot. Like
the Steph Curry Thunder.
I was at a bar in Newport, Rhode Island. I was at Midtown Pub, and we were just the whole bar was watching. It was a playoff game, right?
Oh no, that was not a playoff.
That's why I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just like
so. Was it like Christmas time or was it?
It was one of those
spring.
like big matchups.
I was with like all my friends in Newport, so
Yeah.
like it must have been some reason for us to be home.
I think he was just they were becoming must-watch TV. That's why so many people were watching that.
Yeah.
And the whole bar went
nuts.
insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
That was dope.
Because it was like, it was almost like John Madden with Brady, where it was like, they should take a knee, get to overtime here. And then it was like, oh no, they're just going. They're just going.
They're gonna do it.
Oh, they're just going to shoot it from the. It was.
Yeah, that was back when that
crazy.
shit was still like new. Now it's like, he can shoot from anywhere at any time. But I don't know that. I mean, it's the Olympics, and we were favored to win, and maybe it's recency bias, but that last one where it was like, I'm shooting this ball no matter what, and he had to like chuck it to the fucking ceiling, and that call from the French guy, the devil Curry.
named Curry
The devil named Curry is killing us. Oh, that is one of the best. That is like if you're Steph Curry, fucking running around, putting them to bed, being called the devil is unreal.
I saw like one tweet say this, where like the craziest part about it is that like I think the tweet said 5 of the best players in history. I think 3.
Or like sitting there calling for the ball.
Are like no, but like Durant was like
they're like away from it. Yeah,
Durant was like, nah, dude, this is about you, man. This is about you.
Yeah. Yep. But like the 3 before that, they like moved the ball around to like we're getting this back to Curry, and then that one was just like give it like this is intentionally bad basketball, but like here you go.
He passed it to Durant, and then Durant was like, no, you.
So good, so fucking good.
It was
dude.
fun. Like again, like 3 of the best players in basketball history are like, nah, dude, you take this.
And then the guys on the bench are acting like little kids, being like, oh my god, like reenacting the way he shot it.
That was I was watching this alone in my apartment, and like basically maniacally started laughing.
Yeah,
I was like,
I mean. Dude, the last
nuts.
4, it was like 2 minutes and change, 1 minute and change, 1 minute, 35 seconds. It's just like, you're dead. Anytime they thought they had like a little bit of momentum, Steph just dagger. And for him, it's the one person it means like he didn't have a gold medal yet, and he's pretty old.
Why didn't he?
I think I don't think he played early on, and I actually don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
obviously
he just
didn't
never
because he was
played.
never on the team. But why?
They only
play?
because they only didn't win that 1 year, right?
They didn't.
It was like the Redeem team was the one
Redeem
time
team
they didn't. But I think since then they've always won. So he must have just not played on the team.
Yeah, that's weird. I guess they would take Chris Paul, and
I don't know. He's
who's
the best player.
who was
Maybe
that guy who was good for like got a massive. It was
James Harden?
No, but he was probably on one. The fucking guy who went to like St. Joe's here. He played for the Mavericks, maybe. Or a blue
Deron
team.
Williams.
Deron Williams, yes.
And then Michael Redd was on that team too, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe the team before that.
I don't know if anyone in here. I don't know. I forget where you stand. Are there any LeBron haters in here?
I think LeBron is no. I'm definitely not a LeBron hater. I think he does some corny things sometimes.
For sure. Who was a millennial?
He's cringy. I think the gray beard, I think, is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
Because he's just out there like, I am literally an old man now, and I am bodying you guys, and still the greatest ever. I hope he leaves that. I hope he goes, let it go bald, let it go gray, and still be out there just killing the game.
Yeah. He
looks like he has 10 more years.
When everyone hated LeBron, like, take my towns to South Beach and all that stuff, like, I hated LeBron. I don't think I had too strong an opinion on him one way or the other for the last decade or so. I love LeBron James. Like, he's also, I mean, he's like the most like inspirational, like he's like what everyone should strive to be. Yeah. He's perfect. He's unbelievable. He had the highest expectations possible, and he exceeded them.
and never and has like, he does good off the court. He has a great family. He's like, he plays the game the right way. Like, everything is perfect. Right. I mean, the only thing is he ran into the Warriors. Otherwise, he would have had the all the finals to go with it. So he'll never have. It's crazy to be. Was he like 3 out of 10 in his
Finals career?
4, 3, 4.
4 because the Lakers won.
Yeah. So when you've been like 10 or 11 times, you have 4. It's like that kind of sucks. But I mean, everything else is fucking incredible.
But I feel like every athlete, and maybe it is right now, but it's younger for some. But I think 40 was probably when Brady, people started going, I mean, he's fucking great. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like,
You hit a point where it's just like.
I did it with Manning. I did it with Jeter. Where you hit a point where you're just like, I mean, what can you say about the guy?
But he's just gotta stop doing things like the
But
reading the books and stuff is like so stupid. Now it almost may be funny.
I was gonna say, I think
like if
now
I was
people, it's
LeBron,
funny.
I would bring out a new book every game now.
So this was a thread that happened over the weekend. It's what's the funniest LeBron moment. It has 89 million views. It's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen is just him just warming up with a random AAU team.
Dude,
when he jumped at this woman. Wait, you got to watch this one.
he flexes at her. Yeah. Yeah. It'll also, I think a lot of the cringy things will, give it some time, will like end up looking funny or cool or whatever.
But yeah, I what I'd heard about LeBron is, you're getting a little older and stuff like that. Like, he's the best player on the team.
Best player in the
saw people
world,
say,
bro.
Like,
I mean,
it's his last time. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
He's
he
gonna
could
be
do
on
like
the,
2 more.
You think LeBron's not playing in LA?
Yeah.
Get
You're
the fuck out of here.
He's
definitely gonna play in LA.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. All right, voicemails.
What's up, guys? Where would be the best place to be a ghost? So let's say you have to die in this location to be a ghost in this location. So I don't know if you want to be alone or with people. Let me know.
Yeah, my quick answer was the first thing popped in mind was middle of the ocean.
Worst place to be a ghost?
Best.
Best place to be a ghost because
That's
nobody
so
around.
boring.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The best place to be a ghost.
I don't know. I just keep thinking of wastelands. I was like, Antarctica would be pretty sick.
I don't think.
Actually, you know what? Like maybe like the middle of the forest, like the Amazon or something like that. So,
Dude, what are you talking about?
some place where like it would be cool to go.
You can just go there.
No, but it's so dangerous. Like I'm already dead.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Right,
Okay.
like-
so go to go to the dangerous spots where I'm gonna like climb this mountain or
Yeah.
go to the fucking volcano or whatever.
Some place with like just like insane views and like cool shit to see, but stuff that's dangerous to a human.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about like bugs or like finding
yeah.
Like
food.
Mexico City.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the people aspect. Like, would you want to be around, like when you die and everyone's sitting around talking about you? Do you want to see that or not see that?
I feel like people would have fine things to say about me.
I would hope, right?
But
that
like,
would stink. You get like everyone's, they see at the funeral everyone says shit, but then if you get some real talk afterwards, you're
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I
I've been
think I
waiting
would-
for her to die since she got in. I pulled that fucking broad.
but for real, depending on what kind of death it is, it's like, there are definitely kids who are like waiting for their parents to die. Like, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Like, boy, we're happy. We're sad she's gone, but we're happy it's over. It's like, what the fuck, man?
yeah. I think I would also have like FOMO, if I was around, like people, I knew, or like if I was like
like
in an
interact with them.
accounting office, I'd be like, okay, I didn't want to be here anyways. Or also like first thought, obviously like Pentagon, know all the secrets.
It's a good one.
Oh.
It's a good one.
That's not. But
It's a
what
good
can
one.
you do with those?
It's just cool to know.
Yeah, I just yeah.
Like the.
I'm like none of you bitches know.
I feel like I'd in the Pentagon I'd hear some shit that I'd think, well, I gotta tell people about this.
Well, yeah,
and then I'd
that's-
become like people like, oh, we're haunted now. I'm like, no, I'm trying to tell you state secrets here.
I would haunt people and be like, I know all the secrets, and they'd be like, what is it? And be like, I'm not telling you. But I do know the answer to everything.
I think being around people after your death, like, would just get so annoying. Like,
yeah.
Because not even just people just like if you died in Times Square, and like I think that's almost like basically hell, where you just see annoying things every day, all day,
ever
and
seen
you
the movie
can't do anything
Ghosts?
about it.
The guy's
No.
riding there's a guy who's riding the subway, and he's just like fucking miserable. He's just like stuck kind of there. I don't know. That's where he haunts or whatever. And he's like, it sucks. He teaches Patrick Swayze how to like be a ghost or whatever, but he's like, this fucking blows, man. But yeah, if you're around shitty stuff, and you can't change it, do it, affect it, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could
see
haunt
it.
the shitty people and
I guess,
then make
yeah.
yourself.
Well,
You gotta
haunting
stay-
seems like a
according to the
whole
voice,
thing.
you gotta stay in the area, so it's all you ever see is like.
Yeah.
In order to haunt them, you have to hope they come back every day. Again, I'm thinking for some reason I'm picturing Times Square, but
Yeah.
in office, obviously
So
you can
you
bank
could
on
see,
your-
like,
if you're
the naked
confined to the
cowboy.
place you die, you want it to be fun, but you don't want it to be like, it's like, I want to die in like the club. It's like, no, you're stuck in the club forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's got to be like,
I think as a ghost, your fun is haunting, and that's how you spend your time. So you want to be like around the shitty people.
maybe
That's what I would do.
like a beach, fun beach.
I would not want to do that.
Depends on if you're a depressed person or not.
This would be fun to fuck up this person's life. This is how I'll spend the afterlife. I'll ruin yours.
Hey guys, long time listener, going back to about 2015. Never called in before, but when you guys last week were talking about something from the past, made me want to tell you guys this story because when John was upset to remember that Kevin cracks his dick, it reminded me of a quick story when Kevin was first talking about that on the podcast. So about 5 years ago, I was hooking up with this girl, just started hanging out with her. It was the first time we had ever hooked up, and ended up finishing on her back. So, like a gentleman, I go over to the hamper, get yesterday's t-shirt to wipe up. Then when I'm going to wipe off my own dick, I accidentally cracked it. And so that had never happened to me before. So my immediate reaction was, oh, fuck, what is this pain? And then I quickly remembered, oh, this must have been what Kevin was talking about. This is cracking your dick. And so she turns around and she's like, Jesus, what's going on? Are you all right? And I'm like, I'm fine. And she just wouldn't let it go. She kept asking, like, are you okay? You okay? And so she was about to leave, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just tell her. So I'm like, it's this thing where I thought I hurt my dick, but I think I just cracked it, but it turns out it's totally normal. This podcast I listen to, they're talking about it. They do it all the time. And she's looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Crack your dick? Like, and then I just got weird. She got weird. Ended super awkwardly. Didn't end up hitting her up again out of sheer embarrassment of the way that ended. Fast forward a couple weeks, and we meet out at the bar. Let's just see each other randomly. She walks up to me and says, hey, it's the guy that'll break his dick off in you and then never text you again. So we ended up spending the night together, having a good time. We go back to my place and end up actually getting snowed in. There was a crazy snowstorm. And so the next day, I was like, hey, by the way, you want to listen to those guys that talk about cracking their dicks? So ended up playing the podcast for her. She loved it. 5 years later, we have listened to pretty much every episode together. But I still have only ever cracked my dick that one time. So thank you guys for playing a part in me sealing the deal with my wife. And
Let's go! I was like, tell me this guy marries this girl.
Dude.
Hell yeah!
That
we can
was
retire
really
now.
cool.
We can retire now. That was some great storytelling, too. I didn't know where it was going, and then I thought it was going, and hell
Dude,
yeah.
That's awesome.
That's like some 9/11 shit. With
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. The butterfly effect. Who knows? If I don't crack my dick, maybe this guy's not married today.
Dude, I don't. Obviously, if you're watching or listening, he doesn't have his face up on this, but I am picturing his wife as the hottest person of all time. Dude, walking up to a guy in a bar and saying,
The guy
won't
dick.
break his dick off and you never text you again. I'm like, oh, you are too much woman for me.
You
I'm
are
sorry.
a baddie. You are a baddie. I can't think of a worse thing than being like, it's okay, this is a podcast I listen to. Like, if something happens with your dick and you're starting to talk about a podcast you listen to and why that's okay, you're going down the wrong road.
Is it a doctor podcast? No, they think jumping shrinks you, but the dick thing's fine.
Well, they know what they're talking about with their dicks. Oh man, that's so funny. It's like, that story starts with, so I came on her back, and finished with, so now we're married 5 years later.
I was gonna be like, after that, I was thinking, well, welcome to the show, Jackie. And then it ended kind of nice. Ended really nice. Yeah,
that is awesome. 5 years of KFC Radio and dick breaking jokes. I think those two are gonna make it.
But when you told the dick breaking thing, was that before me? Because I remember that being like.
I feel like it comes up a lot.
Yeah.
I actually think we went on a good run of like the last couple of years not talking about it. But,
Yeah.
but when it was a thing, it was a thing.
You would send me videos.
That happened one time.
Yeah.
That happened one time, and it was audio, technically.
It was audio, yeah.
It was a video, but
Yeah.
it was audio.
No, it was not.
And I remember filming that and not sending it for like weeks.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't send this. And then I was like cleaning out my phone. I was like, I'll send it. Because it was like, theoretically, I have an erection. Not theoretically, literally, I have an erection. I'm filming it, and I'm sending it to John. You can't see it or anything, but I'm doing something with my dick, filming it, and sending it to John.
It's like
That shit popped, though, right?
Yeah, no, it did.
I remember. I think you were in like a crowded bar or something. And you were like, I could still hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, I could still hear the noise over all the talking.
What were you saying?
If Kevin can figure out a way to like send his dick cracking, like people can figure out voicemails not having your face in it.
Figure it out, guys. All right, that's it for today. Only 2 voicemails. You guys got to hit the voicemail line. So head over to any of our social media pages. Click the link, and you can send a video in. You can show your face. You can not show your face. You can crack your dick, whatever you want. Obviously, that guy gets voicemail of the month, which that's a voicemail that I will send money for. So anybody who's got a great story, that offer still stands. Send in your best story, you get $1,000. And if you got any great marriage stories that you can think can top that one, I don't think you can. But send them in. Send any of your voicemails to KFC Radio on Twitter or KFC Radio on Instagram, and we'll see you guys next episode. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.